Hello, animation students. Welcome once again to our demonstration video related to 2D animation. In this video, we are going to create a looping animation using graphic symbol. Okay, so there are different usage for graphic symbol. One is for looping animation and the other for camera movements like zoom and pan. But for this video, like what I've said, we are going to demonstrate how to create a looping animation using graphic symbol. And in line with this, I am going to create a drawing in this blank canvas, and then I'm going to convert it into a graphic symbol. So let's go back to creating a butterfly. So, okay, for instance, this is my butterfly. It's not a perfect butterfly, I know. So, okay, I'm kind of OC with that. Okay, so this is your butterfly. Let's put some design. No, let's just remove it for simplicity's sake. Okay, so as you can see, this is actually a simple shape because that's the default object of Adobe Animate. Now, for me to convert this into a graphic symbol, I have to select this using the lasso tool and then press on modify once again, and then convert to symbol right here. So the shortcut is F8. Okay, so a pop-out window comes out and it's called convert to symbol. So we can rename this as butterfly or butterfly1, and then we select the type among these three types of symbols. So for this video, we are going to select graphic symbol. All right, so similar to group object, this drawing that we converted into a graphic symbol is enclosed in a green-blue box. It becomes enclosed in a green-blue box, okay? So for me to be able to edit this, like for example, change its color, I have to double-click on this image for me to get inside the green-blue box. So I have to double-click on this. Okay, once I get inside the green-blue box, an indicator appears on the upper left-hand corner showing this icon. It's a combination of triangle, circle, and square. Okay, that signifies that I am inside the butterfly1 graphic symbol. And now I can select this and change its color. Let's say I want it red. Okay, something like this, or orange, or yeah, orange like this one. And then for us to get out of the green-blue box, or for us to get outside of the graphic symbol, I have to press on scene 1 or the arrow icon right here. And so here we go. Okay, so now we're going to create a looping animation of this butterfly. Okay, for us to be able to create a looping animation, we have to get inside this butterfly. So how am I going to do that? Of course, I'm going to double click on the butterfly. And then here's your indicator. And I am going to draw the different poses of the butterfly in order to create a sense of motion. So for this instance, right here, okay, remember I am currently inside the butterfly graphic symbol. So at this instance, I'm going to insert blank keyframe because I'm going to create a new drawing, or I am just going to press F7 as its shortcut. So the shortcut for blank keyframe is F7. Okay, so I cannot see the previous drawing, so I have to automatically activate the onion skin so I can see the previous drawing right there. And maybe I'm just gonna trace the body of the butterfly, but I'm going to change the position of the wings right here. So deactivate the onion skin, and as you can see, the butterfly has changed its position or appearance. And since this is a cycle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the first drawing into this frame. So I'm going to select this using the lasso tool and then press Control C for copy. And then right after this one, right at this one, this frame right here, I'm going to press F7 and then Control Shift V. Okay, that's Control Shift V or paste in place. Okay, right there. And when I scroll the playhead, it is actually moving in a manner that it returns to its original position. So this is his starting position, and then it becomes this one, and then this one. All right, so now the problem with this one is that this butterfly's movement is jerky. And the principle of animation that I'm applying with this butterfly is the pose-to-pose animation. So in order for me to smoothen the animation, I have to put in betweens among these drawings. So right here, I'm going to press F7. And then, okay, I'm going to I'm going to draw the in-between drawings of the butterfly. Okay, right at this one should be right here and right here. So your butterfly doesn't have to be clean right away. So as you can see, the movement has smoothened a bit. And the next, I'm going to create another blank keyframe here for the in-between of these two key drawings right here. I'm just going to trace the body. And then create the in-between. All right, so I'm going to play this. And as you can see, the butterfly is flapping its wings. Okay. Anyway, that's a rough sketch of our butterfly. So, well, I would like to smoothen this further by putting more in between here, another in between here. So I'm going to press F5 and then F7 at this frame, and then put the in between. Okay, and then right there. All right, so this what happens. Okay, it's flapping its wings. All right. All right, so right at this point, I am going to remove the last frame. Okay. I'm going to select, okay, right click, and then remove frames. Okay. So what happens is before, it reaches at this point, and then when it goes back, it goes to this position. So later on, you will see why it's like that. Okay. But anyway, the important thing is the butterfly returns to its original position when the playhead moves. But this one is kind of midway to its original position, this last frame right here. But anyway, okay, remember we are still inside the graphic symbol. Okay, now we're going to go outside the graphic symbol by pressing scene 1. And notice what happens to the timeline. Okay, so I'm going to press scene 1. And then if you notice, the timeline is only, it has only one keyframe right here. All right. But when you go inside the green blue box of the of the graphic symbol, if you go inside the graphic symbol, what happens is, okay, you see these frames right here. Okay. So I kind of losing my tongue here. So apologies for that. Anyway, what this shows you is that the graphic symbol has its own timeline inside of it, independent of the timeline outside of it. Okay, so this is the timeline outside the graphic symbol. So we're going to go out of the graphic symbol, and outside the graphic symbol, there is only one keyframe right here. But when you go inside the graphic symbol, you see there are at least 5 keyframes right here. So that means to say the graphic symbol has its own timeline. You have to remember that. Okay. Now, okay, I'm going to go outside again of the graphic symbol by pressing scene 1. I told you earlier that anything that is converted into a symbol, like a graphic symbol, goes to the library. So the library is right here. Right here. And anything that goes inside the library, you can use it multiple times on the canvas. So you can just pull it unlimitedly right there. Okay. So, okay, I'm just gonna undo this. Okay. Now, how can we see the animation inside the graphic symbol? Okay. For us to be able to do that, we have to extend this keyframe up until somewhere here. Okay. So watch what happens. So for example, I extend my keyframe up until here. So how do we extend it? By pressing F5 or insert frame. So I'm going to press F5 and look what happens. It's looping. So here's what happened inside. Here's what happens inside this graphic symbol. Whenever you scroll the playhead, what happens is the playhead inside the timeline of the graphic symbol also plays. Okay, so let's get inside the graphic symbol. This playhead right here, this playhead, it also plays, but we only have 5 drawings inside the graphic symbol. And what happens is this playhead repeats itself like that. It repeats itself while the playhead outside of it plays up until frame 40, 50. So what happens is this playhead repeats or it loops back and forth like that one. So if you press scene 1, which is outside the graphic symbol, this is what happens. It repeats, it loops. Okay. Now anything that you can, anything that is imported to library, anything that goes inside the library, you can put it on the canvas multiple times. And so if I am going to add another layer and then pull another butterfly, add another layer and pull another butterfly, add another layer and pull another butterfly, this is what happens. You have a squadron of butterflies. Okay. So I advise you to put graphic symbols on a separate layer. Okay, on separate layers. Each graphic symbols should have their own layer because eventually we're going to animate it using the classic tween. But that's for another video demonstration. So, okay, I'm gonna delete all of these and I'm going to clean up this butterfly right here. Okay, so I'm going to get inside this butterfly. Okay, so this is the layer. Okay, remember we are at this point, we are inside the graphic symbol. This is the layer containing the rough sketch of the butterfly, so we can rename it as roughs. And then we can add another layer and copy the framing of this keyframes right here by pressing F7 to all of them. And this layer will be designated for the cleanup version of the butterfly. Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm going to double click on this and clean up. Okay. Okay. The orange color is quite dark for me, so I want it. I want to make it lighter. So to edit all of these simultaneously, I'm going to select edit multiple frames. Pull it right here and Control A, and then change their colors right there. Okay, so now I'm going to lock this layer, this roughs layer. Now I'm going to clean up the butterfly. So you can use either the pencil tool or the line tool. Okay, so I'm going to use the line tool. This is how thick will be the line. Let's put some antenna to add drama to it. And let's put some design. Let's say it looks like this. Okay, so, okay, what we will do with this body of the butterflies, we're going to copy it at these blank keyframes. So I'm going to select it, Control C, Control Shift V. So see, you can see the body right here, and then for this one, Control Shift V also. This one, Control Shift V also, and this one, Control Shift V. Okay, in the same layer of the cleanup, I am going to use the pencil tool for the wings, or you can use actually the line tool. My butterfly looks weird. I know. Uh, so as you can see, I'm cleaning up the butterfly. So I'm tracing its wings. Using the pencil tool, but you can also use the line tool for this as long as it's clean. And then after we clean this, we are going to color it. Okay, so here's your butterfly. Okay, now next we're going to color this one. So let's say the bodies, maybe it's color brown. Okay, okay, don't forget the close large gaps. And probably the butt of the butterfly is something like that. And okay, so maybe let's put some highlight on the butterfly. Maybe this one. Just to add some drama. All right, so right there. And then for the color of the wings, maybe let's make it maybe yellow. Okay, maybe we can reduce the alpha of the wings. You are free to do that. Okay, where's the alpha? Okay, right here. You have the alpha. Reduce the alpha. No, not. Let's just not do it for the brevity of time. Okay, so there you go. Oh, I think I committed some error. I have to recolor the body. I shouldn't have put the highlight right here. So let me just remove the highlights. Yeah, let's just make it simple at this point. It was wrong to do that. Sorry. So, okay, let me just color all of these. Let me just color all the body first. So, and of course, I'm going to color this appendage right here. I don't know what is it. I just invented it. So it's kind of weird that I added it. Okay, and for this one, all right. So next I'm going to color the wings. Let's just probably change the color of the wings. All right, so here's our butterfly with colors. And maybe we can put some highlight. Okay, maybe we can put highlight here. Let's just add another layer. And then maybe we can, okay, you can see here it's a blank keyframe that is quite long. So let's put some highlights right there. All right, so there goes our butterfly. All right, now we can just remove the roughs here. We can just delete it. So there goes our butterfly. We have the layer for the highlights and the cleanup version. So you can do something like that. Now, if you go outside the green blue box or the graphic symbol, we only have one layer right here. But if you go inside the graphic symbol, we have two layers and 5 drawings, 5 key drawings of the butterfly. Okay, so what this tells you is that a symbol or a graphic symbol has its own timeline and it has its own layers. Okay, so here you go. There goes your butterfly, and let me just go inside I don't know why the antenna is moving. Let's just say, okay, let me just fix the antenna. Okay, because it's jiggling. All right, so let me just renew the antenna, copy it, paste it in place, Control Shift V, Control Shift V, and Control Shift V, and Control Shift V. Okay, so we have our crude looking butterfly right here. We are inside the graphic symbol, and this graphic symbol has 5 drawings, and it has 2 layers, whereas outside the graphic symbol, we only have 1 layer and 1 long keyframe. Now, if you scroll the playhead, you can see that the butterfly is moving. It's looping. And because it is in the library, you can drag the butterfly on the stage. But I encourage you to assign 1 graphic symbol per layer. Okay, so I'm going to create new layer and then go to the library and put another butterfly here. Add another layer, put another butterfly here, another layer, put another butterfly here. And what happens is, if you play this, you have a squadron of butterflies. Okay, a squadron of butterflies. It's a weird looking butterfly, I know. We can make it more beautiful, but for the sake of the brevity of time, we have to make it a little bit crude or a little bit simple. So in our next video, I am going to demonstrate other techniques and or layering techniques rather in creating graphic symbols. So see you in the next video. Goodbye.